What's going on, you guys? Danny here. I wanted to talk a little bit about something that my friend and I just talked about this morning. And I was like, I should probably share this because it's like a real thing. So, funny enough, we've been doing this little daily exercise, my friend Chelsea and I, of the word of the day. And the other day, anomania, which is like the compulsive need to buy something, came up. And we were talking about that. And I thought about how the depth year has kind of turned me into, this last week or so, an anomaniac, if you will. Like, I just have this, like, I don't want to say like it's an overwhelming anxiety because it's not overwhelming, but like there is anxiety there that I've noticed kind of popping up. It's not always, but it's one of those things that's like, I feel like it's happening more than it should be happening, where I'm just like, I should really buy this. What if I'm gonna need it? I should probably get this before January. I should probably get that before January. You know what I should probably go get? And it's like one of those things, and then it's like almost that like FOMO starts creeping in, right? Where you're just like, but I mean, I won't have it, and then maybe by the time that it's 2020, then they won't have it anymore. So I better. And I'm just like, I don't want to think like that. But I'm really glad, in a way, in this like strange way, that it is coming up. Because I feel like if it wasn't coming up, then this depth year wouldn't be so important. If that makes any sense. I just feel like this anxious feeling, and sometimes I've given in. I have. But there's been more times where I haven't, and I think that that's a win. But I feel like this depth year has been bringing up these little quirks within me that I've pretty much been dealing with like my whole life. I have a tendency to, okay, this is gonna sound weird. Like, I have a tendency to like gather things, but at the same time, I never keep things, really. Like, obviously there are a few things that I do keep. But for the most part, I'm not afraid to like get rid of all my shit. Like, that's not a scary thing to me. And I think that makes it more frustrating because like I gather, but then it's like, it just passes through, right? It's like this really strange line. But that's wasteful. And that's just a Band-Aid for something else. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's a Band-Aid for that missing piece that I've always felt that's there. And I think, like, I did not have a horrible, terrible childhood. I spent a lot of time alone. I spent a lot of time, by myself, but I can't say that it was a bad thing. I was lonely sometimes, but my imagination was great. My ability to entertain myself was fantastic. And then when I was able to get my friends over, we had a great time, So I don't feel like it was a terrible, awful childhood. I'm incredibly lucky in that, and I realize that. I understand. I'm not saying my childhood was all sunshine and rainbows and wonderfulness, but I'm just saying that as a whole, like, if I had to pick my childhood and just scan it over, as a whole, I'd be like, it was fine. It was fine. But I picked up a lot of bullshit along the way. And one of those things is I still struggle with it sometimes because I don't know what it quite is. And that's just this like empty space. And I've constantly tried to fill it with whatever I could. That could be with clothes, with food, with exercise, with tarot cards, with I don't know, art supplies, with bad friendships, with whatever I could get my hands on. You know, smoking. Yeah. With cigarettes. I've tried to put that in there. I was never really a big drug person, so thank goodness, because that could have went terrible. But there's always been that need to try and fill, and then when that doesn't work, I just kind of shift it out, right? So I never really hold on to anything. And that's it's a very hard thing to break, because it makes it seem like, oh, well, I don't have a problem, really. I mean, obviously, I'm overweight. That I can see. That's a physical manifestation of me trying to fill, right? So I get that. However, the other issues, again, like my gathering, but then like getting rid of, makes it easy to think that there's not a problem there, right? There's not an issue, because, I mean, oh, I buy these things, yeah, but I don't, I'm not a hoarder. I don't keep them. The only thing I have kept, obviously, are my tarot cards. But that also has a deeper, more spiritual meaning to me, a place in my business, something that I utilize. But at the same time, there is a point for myself personally where it's too much. I don't need a collection. I don't need that. But that's my truth. People love to collect things. I get it. I understand. I'm just saying that that's not my truth. For me, that's not where I want to be. I want everything that I have to be utilized in some way, shape, or form, because I feel like that's where I need to be, because of this tendency to try and fill this void. So the main thing is, what is this void? What is it? Why does it show up and manifest itself in all these multiple ways, but never really show itself? So, like I said, I'm kind of glad that going into this depth year has been causing this anxiety to pop up, because it has made me realize what the real problem is and where it's going, right? So what do you do with that? What do you do with that? That's the time where I'm going to just explore this. I feel like it's a good place to explore in the next few weeks and throughout 2019. That is my work for 2019, I guess, if you will. I'm sorry, I keep like looking up and around. I'm just like, all these thoughts are flowing in my head and I'm just trying to get them out, and it's hard to like focus on one spot. So I apologize for that. This was just kind of let me come on here and just dump all of my thoughts and see if I can put it together and help, or, start a conversation. So yeah, I'm glad that these anxieties are coming up, and it's interesting that it's not always the same thing. Like, I'm not hell-bent on, like, I need all the decks that I can get before 2019. Holy shit, what if I miss out on something that's gonna be a disaster? It's not about that. It's about, well, I'm not gonna get a chance to buy that, so I guess I'll just buy it now. I should probably get another pair of shoes. I might need another pair of shoes. I should get another pair of shoes right now. It could be as simple as, I want to make this, so I'm going to make sure that I have everything I need to make it before then, even though I know, and I've set these boundaries where if I run out of something, I can go get it. I can do that. It doesn't matter that I only have a little bit left. I don't have to run out and buy it, because I can still do that. When it's gone, I will get more when it's gone. You see, so it's like my mind has shifted into this place of lack, or the idea that lack is coming. It's like a little switch has gone off. And my brain is saying, we're not going to be able to. There's going to be so many restrictions. You better do everything right now. That's where my brain has shifted. It's like change is coming, abandon ship, screw everything. You have to turn into a little squirrel, gather everything that you can, and just like sit and hold on to it. And like, that's not the case. But again, this would have never come up had I not decided that this year was the year for depth, right? And it's like my brain doesn't want to understand right now that it's about really digging into what I'm doing, the projects that I've already started, these things that need my attention. My brain doesn't understand that right now. It's like my brain doesn't want to focus on what I'm going to be gaining and what I'm going to be doing. It just wants to think about what I'm not going to be able to do, right? So I think this is a good thing, to feel this depth year anxiety. And I feel like it's a good thing to explore. Like I said, I have given in some cases, and gotten things that, like, did I really need? No. But at the same time, like, it's done, you know? But it has shown me where these little shadows lie. And it has really helped me realize where that work needs to be done, and things that I should be paying attention to that maybe I would have never noticed before. So that's kind of where I'm at. This is definitely going to be something that I'm going to be journaling about. This is definitely going to be something that I'm going to be continuing to talk about and kind of give you guys an update. Like, how am I feeling when it gets closer? You know, that last week. What has it been like? Going into the first month, what is it like? Where's my brain? Is that anxiety heightened? Is it diminishing? Is it, you know, like, where is it at? Because I think it's important that we talk about this. So have you been experiencing this? Have you been experiencing some like depth year anxiety where you feel like you need to gather? Or has this been like freeing for you? Like, I don't have to worry about anything because I'm not doing none of that. I want to know your experiences. I want to hear from you guys what's going on as this December flows to an end. Let me hear from you. Please, by all means, tag me or comment below. Find me on Instagram. I have a bunch of links where you can find me. Start this discussion. I want to talk about this. This is a bit of a ramble. It was just one of those things where, like, I just felt like I really needed to get it out. So I hope that made some sort of sense. I hope that maybe sparked something in you to maybe see if this is coming up and you haven't noticed. So thanks for watching. You guys, if you like my videos, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so that you don't miss my other videos that are coming out. I try to put out a video at least once a week, sometimes more, so you can always catch me there. Like I said, links below to find me. If you do love my channel and you want to support it in any way, I have tons of links for stuff like that as well at the bottom, and I hope to see you soon. Much love. Bye.